history of this college. The first from the School of Education and the first from the Department of Educational Foundations. The first inaugural lecture in the college was delivered in March 2010 by Dr. Oyedepo from the School of Languages. It was titled The Yoruba Child and His Language Education. The second one was delivered by Dr. the former acting provost from the School of Arts and Social Sciences on the 22nd of February 2022. His topic was Social Studies is Peace. Peace is Social Studies, an alliance that replicates human existence. It is the mercy and grace of God that led me to exceed beyond primary school. I grew up in a community where at that time, sending a girl child to a secondary school was with great fear because of the frequent occurrence of teenage pregnancy. Although my parents were moderately exposed, having lived in Lagos for some time, they were not entirely convinced that school environment will not entice me into early pregnancy. A church leader, founder, and a deacon of my home church, Okealafia Baptist Church, Isanrisi, Deacon Joshua Odenide, and some other prominent members of the community had to intercede with my father and literally stood as a guarantor of my good conduct before my father agreed to pay my admission as St. Barnabas fee. I was offered admission to Ofa Grammar School, but my father changed it to Igomina Baptist Grammar School to further protect me from being negatively influenced. I attended both the Mission Primary and Mission Secondary School, and attending these schools shaped my moral, attitude, and values in life. With the help of God, I was able to finish well and finish strong. Just like Apostle Paul, brethren, I can't love myself to have attained, but this one thing I do, forgetting those things which were behind and reaching forth unto those things which are before. I press towards the mark for the prize of high calling of God. Philippians 3:13-14. All my attainments could not have been an accident of history or entirely my efforts. The lecture. The topic of today's inaugural lecture is Who does bachelor's degree certificate help? A dilemma of mismatch between academic-based knowledge and practices. The choice of this topic is born out of my years of experience as a teacher and as a researcher in all the schools I've taught. I have observed with keen interest how students were churned out of school year in, year out from various institutions of higher learning. Years after graduations, I observed many of them still roaming the streets, unemployed or working as menial jobs such as Okada rider, commercial transporters, car works, subsistence farming, private salon operator, and host of others. Most of these menial jobs are completely outside the graduate training and the certificate they obtained. Then comes the big question: who does the bachelor's degree certificate help? To answer this question, I want to reiterate to us what education is and the different certification as it is in Nigeria. What education is. The word education is derived from the two Latin words, educare and educare. Educare means to train, form, or mold. In other words, it means that society trains, form, and mold Nigeria to achieve societal needs and aspirations. Inaugural, on the other hand, means to build, to lead, and to develop. Part 1994 defined education as the aggregate of all the processes by which a child or young adult develops ability, attitudes, and other form of behavior that have positive value to the society in which he lives. Tertiary education in Nigeria. Tertiary education, often known as higher education, is the backbone of every nation's development. It refers to all formal post-secondary education usually obtained in the public and private universities, colleges of education, monotechnic, polytechnic, and professional schools. The benefits of tertiary education extend to society as a whole. It is fundamental to the growth and development of any nation, and it is crucial to the component of human development. The national policy on education has reasons, goals and objectives why tertiary education is necessary. Among which is it contributes to national development through high-level manpower training, and forge and cement national unity among others. Tertiary education cannot be exhaustively discussed without mentioning the university. The university is an institution of higher learning that foster high research and raises men and women to a high level of intellectual growth in arts, sciences, technology, business, and professional disciplines. All these institutions of higher learning were all funded with the purpose of developing and awarding them degree certificates. Issues of diploma disease in Nigeria. From 1960s to early 90s, university education in Nigeria was the most highly regarded as all educational levels. Despite the daunting challenges confronting contemporary graduates, it is still highly rated. As of 2023, students who are seeking admission to universities have preference for particular courses. This explains why faculties are faced with overpopulation or enrollment, while some scout for their candidates. For instance, students rarely wish to choose agriculture or education as course of study, simply because they want to belong to the more popular, lucrative, and prestigious occupations such as medicine, aviation, accounting, engineering, law, and so on. While agriculture and education are generally seen as basic and with little prestige by the applicants. Courses available at the Faculty of Education are courses same as for the poor and average students. And agriculture as a course is seen as a job for the old rural dwellers, uneducated and less honored members of the society. Oyedepo 2011. Desire to accumulate higher certificates is another big and disturbing challenge facing our society today. Ask anybody you come across on the street, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? There is a 99.9% likelihood that you hear things like, I will have a master's degree or PhD degree. I will have a good paying job. What does that one suggest? It means that in order to be competitive in the job market, a person must have the highest certificate. This has led to the coinage of the term called diploma disease. Ronald Law, 1976, coined the phrase diploma disease to describe the over-reliance on the formal educational institutions. Benefit derived also, the education is necessary for teachers, medical professionals, nursing staff, government employees, engineers, humanities, and indeed a variety of other professionals. Oyedepo 2011. Curriculum issues in Nigerian education. The word curriculum refers to a collection of teaching strategies, classroom activities, and student performance evaluation that is intended to highlight and measure the intended learning outcome in a given course. Oyedepo 2004. You will recall that tertiary education first appeared in the colonial era in order to meet the demand for tertiary education. Yaba Higher College was established in 1932 to provide tertiary education for Africans. It later became Yaba College of Technology in 1947, while University College Ibadan, a West African branch of the London University, was founded in Nigeria in 1948. Following that, colleges of technology and advanced teachers college, which are today's colleges of education, were also established at Inaugural 2006. The anomaly in the curriculum has led to several unfavorable issues in our educational system. Examination malpractice is a canker worm that has eaten deep into our educational system at all levels. Apart from courtesy, drug abuse, student unrest, anywhere examination malpractice is mentioned, students are seen as the culprits. The truth is that students alone cannot successfully perpetrate examination malpractices if the curriculum is properly planned and implemented. A lot of teachers have ever waged war against these rights that are sitting into the fabric of our educational system. The systematic disruption of Nigeria's university system. In the early years of the establishment of tertiary institutions in Nigeria, there were 5 top universities, namely University of Ibadan, Ahmadu Bello University, University of Ife, University of Lagos, and University of Nigeria, Nsukka. They were centers of academic achievement and excellence in the 1960s, 70s, up to the middle of 1980s. Since there were few colleges then to serve the few universities, a large number of applicants, competitions was tough, yet healthy. Even then, many students struggled to secure admission as a result of tertiary institution. Otonko 2012. With many states created by the federal government, there are emerged many state tertiary institutions, especially from the middle 1970s to 1980s and beyond. The more such institutions were created without due regard to standards, the deeper the decline in the quality of learning. Oyedepo 2012. In order to secure admission and enroll in a university, prospective students just needed letters from head of state or a governor or a minister. Provost 2012. The standard was sacrificed on the altar of nepotism. The attitude and disposition of learners did not help the free slide of educational standards. In many instances, prospective students do not work hard to earn their certificates. They merely write their way through the system. Political connections, as opposed to diligence and competence, serve as the new criteria for success. In order to add academic value of degree in their names, so as to create false image in consonance with their new wealthy status, prospective students seek admission into universities where standards are often compromised. Hence, some buy degrees through unscrupulous was better than today. Education, which is the body of knowledge and learning, rules the modern world. Therefore, having a well-educated population in appropriate subject areas that can drive the economy and provide for critical thinking is rarely second to none in the life of a nation. This is even more so in this era of technology that has globalized the world in the area of knowledge, which is attested to by development in the information and communication revolution. The advent of ICT has made technology education a much needed vehicle for achieving the modern philosophy of education, whereby a student can decide on what to learn, when they learn it, where they learn it, and how they learn it. The problem of unemployment in Nigeria. The hope of every graduate is to get a well-paid job after finishing school, but the reality of the Nigerian labor market is the opposite, as there are no significant jobs available anywhere after completing the National Youth Service Corps program. The practice was different in the early 70s. 16 graduates from universities, polytechnics, and advanced teachers college had employment waiting for them that ranges from clerical to professional jobs depending on their areas of specialization. The National Bureau of Statistics reported on its website in the first quarter of 2021 that Nigeria's unemployment rate had increased from 27.1% in the second quarter of 2022 to 33.1%. This is a 6-month increase of 6 percentage points, and it was the highest in the global list. In addition to ranking second in the global list, the NBC report stated that more than 60% of Nigeria's working age population is younger than 34. In the fourth quarter, the unemployment rate for those aged 15 to 24 was 53.4%, and for those aged 35 to 34, it was 37.2%. In comparison to men, women had the higher unemployment rate, 35.2%, than men, 31.8%, according to International Monetary Fund. The 200 million person economy will take time to recover, with growth expected to reach 1.5% this year, following a 1.9% decline in 2017 and 2022. This means that the number of people looking for jobs will keep rising as population growth continues to expand. One of the biggest concerns in Nigeria, which is unemployment, led to many social crises such as insecurity, banditry, adoption, and other related crimes. The escalation of moral dependency among the unemployed youth could be linked to insufficient access to good parenting and lack of jobs for the certificates obtained. Aside from above-mentioned causes, there are other notable factors responsible specifically for Nigeria's higher unemployment rate, among which is mismatch of degree certificates with employers' demand and the placement of socio-demographic restriction on advertised job position. Oyedepo 2011. With the unemployment rate at 33.3% and the population of over 200 million, the number of unemployed Nigerians is over 66 million. That is more than the population of Ghana, 31.1 million, Cote d'Ivoire, 36.4 million, and Togo, 8.3 million, put together. According to data source from the National Bureau of Statistics, unemployment rate has been on on a steady rise since the first quarter of 2015. As shown in figure 2, all the states in Nigeria have both unemployed and underemployed graduates. In the case of unemployment by states, Imo State recorded the highest rate of unemployment with 56.64%. This was followed by Adamawa with 54.89% and Cross River with 53.65%. The states with the lowest state rates were Osun, Benue, and Zamfara State with 11.65%, 11.98%, and 12.99% respectively. Mismatch of degree certificates with employers' demand. Mismatch of degree certificates with employers' demand is one of the notable causes of unemployment in Nigeria. A situation where graduates hold degree certificates but lack the employability skill necessary for them to be offered employment by employers could be described as colossal waste to the certificates and the bearers. According to Oyedepo 2012, employers made a claim that graduates of Nigerian universities are poorly prepared for work and that academic standards have fallen considerably over the past decade, and thus university degree is no longer a guarantee of technical competency. This has repercussions for graduate productivity, employability, and the usefulness of tertiary education. Oyedepo 2011 pointed out that skill mismatch or the disparity between the skills students gain or university and the actual skill required in the labour market is one of the causes of this problem. The term skill mismatch refers to a variety of imbalances or gaps in form skills, knowledge, or ability that may be qualitative or quantitative in character. It is the discrepancy between the graduate level of competence and the level of competence required by employers. Furthermore, it was reported that 30% of all occupations requiring at least polytechnic diploma, 50% of all jobs requiring a university degree, both on to come for analytical and computational skills. Oyedepo 2011 reported that companies prefer people who are already capable of performing their job, which is consistent with the reality that markets are growing more competitive and on-the-job training is becoming increasingly expensive. Unfortunately, it seems that employers are not getting what they want from Nigerian graduates. The demand for technological skills is based on the fact that it promotes productivity. This is evident in the report of Karim and Oyedepo 2010, who investigated Nigerian university graduate proficiency in the use of ICT and productivity, and found among others that there was a positive significant relationship between proficiency in the use of ICT and productivity of Nigerian university graduates. It is however worrisome that possessing a university degree is no longer a guarantee of technical proficiency or effective communication in Nigeria today. As a result, graduates from universities are frequently thought of as partially based. Mr. Provost, I am not saying that the country's current educational policies are bad. In fact, the 6334, which was reversed to 934 system, is excellent as a policy statement. But the operation of the policy, especially the inadequacy of the finance, leaves much to be desired. Teaching resources necessary for proper implementation are not available. The graduates are ill-trained with the intended goal and objective abandoned, hence the current high rate of unemployment. Restriction on advertised job positions. Another factor necessitating an increase in the rate of unemployment in Nigeria is the placement of restriction on the few advertised job positions in both private and some public agencies. The act is known as labor market discrimination. Discrimination in the workplace is described as the different treatment of two people who are equally qualified, but due to their gender, class of degree, age, course offered, place of birth, proficiency in the ICT, graduate company experience, and so on. This action by the federal government or private organization is detrimental, particularly when qualified candidates for a job is treated unfairly compared with another because of their age and factors mentioned above. This will undoubtedly harm productivity income, either directly or indirectly, and it violates the citizens' human rights or applicability 2013. Discrimination is the foundation of the applicant's rights and one of the factors contributing to labor market disparity. Equity is when equals are treated equally and unequally. Therefore, Nigerian graduates wherever they work need to be treated equally, just as it is being done in Western world. Justice is fairness, the virtue or practice of treating others fairly. Academic Eto 2013, in their study on analysis of employability criteria among Nigerian university graduates, reported that it is no longer used in Nigeria that restrictions are being placed in employment opportunity based on age and class of degree. This problem started in the private sector, specifically in the banking industry, and suddenly it became a norm even in the public agencies, especially in the military and paramilitary. This entry age requirement in the banking industry, generally in Nigeria, is 24 and 27 in the military. The implication of this is that anyone that is above the stated age range will not be able to secure jobs. Mr. Provost, this is a callous practice considering the circumstances surrounding schooling and graduation in Nigeria. For instance, the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic disrupted the academic calendar in Nigeria for a whole academic section in 2020. Similarly, the public university students in Nigeria were at home for more than 7 months in 2022 as a result of the strike action embarked on by the council on February 14, 2022. Mr. Provost, with all this problem, what is the possibility of graduating from Nigerian public institutions before the age of 24 demanded by the companies? Oyedepo Eto 2012 identified class of degree as another instrument of labor market discrimination in Nigeria. Graduates with third class or bachelor's degree are treated as outcasts in Nigeria's labor market by some employers. Nobody wants to employ them in his or her organizations. They often think that graduates with third class or bachelor's degree cannot contribute reasonably or meaningfully to the growth and sustainability of their organizations. This in actual sense is far from the truth. I am not calling for celebration of academic mediocrity, but I believe that graduates will be given the opportunity to prove their mental irrespective of the class of degree. This call is based on my experience where I have seen those with past communication, critical thinking, problem solving, which are all significant in organizational productivity and sustainability. For instance, a senator who was said to have graduated with a doctorate degree from the prestigious Inaugural University Zaria is among the outgoing members in the upper chamber of Nigeria Legislative Council with good performance. Another personality very close to Rosin Kwara, who studied agronomy and graduated with a first class from the prestigious University of Ilorin, better by Fine University. Today is a successful event planner consultant, master of ceremony, scent designer, and prolific musician. These people and many others have proved that only a third-class degree is not a certificate of non-performance. Circumstances can make students finish their university education with a third class. However, negative attitude and lack of awareness regarding what graduates with third class or pass degree are capable of doing would necessitate unnecessary discrimination and consequently cause an increase in the rate of unemployment in the country. Diversion of graduates to other vocational areas. Having spent quality years studying in a university, polytechnic, or college of education, it is highly disheartening seeing people migrating to vocations that ordinarily do not require any formal education training. The above scenario is common in Nigeria due to the inability of graduates to get white-collar job. People spend so much time in school and yet leaving to engage in activities that do not truly come for academic rigor. Graduates frequently work as photographers, event planners, fashion designers, driver, okada rider, Umili 2017. And it was a waste of time it is for them to have obtained tertiary education. They wasted their time studying what they do not need, and as a result of lack of employment, they put their energy into careers of less academic content. Due to this, some graduates and students have claimed that education is a fraud. But we need to acknowledge that education continues to be a crucial factor in the development of society. The incorrect slang among the young people now is that education has scam, certificate na trash. It's based on the reality that among many young people in Nigeria today who are doing well were school dropouts. Many of them enjoy music. Many of them gain notoriety through reality television shows, and they appear to be prospering on their own. In the meantime, the number of graduates working in media employment grows daily. I am aware that there is a much debate regarding the link between academic success and success after graduation. They assert that success in the real world rarely follows academic achievements. They mention instances of first-class graduates working for people with third-class degree and rich, blatant illiterates, hiring outstanding professors and teachers. All of these seems to support the idea that education is a scam. After all, if it means that education guarantees a bright future is accurate, professors ought to be the richest people on the planet Earth, and first-class graduates ought to be among the individuals in charge of global economy. The framework consists of the faculties in the university, the certificate they graduated with, and the type of employment they got. From personal experience, experience, I can say that many people that paraded themselves today as graduates are unemployable. They does not have that this does not mean that those youths are not smart. They are not just sufficiently good for effective competition in the labour market. Oyedepo, Bosede and Inaugural 2013. Who does bachelor's degree certificate help? The question, who does bachelor's degree certificate help, seems rhetorical, but requires answers. Mr. Provost, from my point of view, bachelor's degree certificate has been of great help to many individuals, organizations, and society at large. To start with, all the lecturers here in this auditorium are product of university education, and by implication are benefiting from bachelor's degree awarded to them by their respective universities. The vice chancellors of the university, provost of colleges of education, and rectors of polytechnics are product of universities, either directly or indirectly. Also, most of those people in the managerial and administrative affairs of important organizations in the country are all products of university education. It is quite unfortunate that we celebrate monetary wealth in Nigeria more than we celebrate intellectual wealth. One of the reasons why youth often say that school is a scam is because uneducated people who are wealthy employ graduates to run their business. One thing they have not realized is that uneducated fellow business would not have been so successful without the contribution of the employed graduates. Without the service of educated teacher, it will not have been easy for the school dropout to transact business using English language as a medium of communication. Bachelor degree certificate is meant to equip graduates with skills necessary to be self-reliant and able to contribute meaningfully to the society. Being self-reliant does not say that one will wait for a white-collar job. While many youths or graduates think bachelor degree certificate has not done them any good is that they have conditioned their mind from the time they were in school that they will be employees rather than employers. As such, they fail to think critically about what they could identify and solve societal problems. Most of them are unemployed because they cannot see and think beyond their certificates. Bachelor degree certificate is help, and education is not a scam, as some Nigerian youth wanted to put it. Sometimes, the way we accept a program determines how it will be valued. Oyedepo 2012. Study the relevance of education stakeholders on education quality assurance in our schools, and it was pointed out that the attitude of many Nigerian youths towards process of education are negative and unfavorable. Mr. Provost, it will be difficult for work to give what we do not have. The formative and summative assessment elements are supposed to help students to develop critical thinking skills, problem-solving ability, teamwork, interpersonal relationship skills, which are paramount to successful living and the ability to contribute meaningfully to society. Bachelor degree certificate may not be helpful to a supposed graduate that contracted his assessment projects out while in school because he had displayed the avenue necessary for him to acquire the required skill as mentioned above. This is based on the observation of Provost and Oyedepo, who exploit the courses offered and productivity among Nigerian university graduates, and found out that there was a significant positive relationship among courses offered and productivity of Nigerian university graduates. By implication, a graduate that diligently studies his or her course should be employed either as employee or self-employed. Conclusion. Mr. Provost, sir, I must conclude from here that education remains a key driver of societal growth and progress, and that bachelor degree certificate is meant to equip individuals with attributes and skills necessary to be self-reliant and useful members of society. A well-trained bachelor degree holder enjoys a high-quality job and high prosperity of being considered by employers for career advancement opportunity. Possession of bachelor degree certificate to serve as an evidence of being teachable, of creativity, innovation, and freedom. This suggests that bachelor degree certificate helps. It is significant to note that though education and by extension bachelor degree certificate is helpful, the rate of unemployment is alarming. This might be because most of the graduates only attended university without allowing the academic activities of the school to positively impact their moral, social, and intellectual lives. I am not, however, saying that Nigerian universities have under capacity to equip students with skills needed for life. Nigeria does indeed have an all system for admitting students to university. All students are required to earn credit in English and mathematics. I frequently wonder if an English student will require a mathematical formula to answer English problem, or if a mathematics student will require the lexicon to do so. We have only created countless roadblocks for the students. Some students are unable to secure admission as a result of initial failure in English and mathematics. Study and repeat examinations in English and mathematics for another 5 years at home before securing admission to higher education institutions in Nigeria. This is yet another issue. Imagine enduring such comments and then end up being a commercial tricycle driver after graduation. In my opinion, bachelor degree certificate is helpful. The major issue is with the weakness of the educational system that exists in this part of the world. Education continues to be a major force for society's development. However, it would be incorrect to believe that we attend school in order to obtain certificates that merely serve as merit tickets. A good education should aid in the development of one's analytical and critical ability. Recommendations. It may seem that Nigerian graduates have entered a one-chance scenario, given the country's high unemployment rate and the fact that around 66 million of them are unemployed back in 2019. Since there is no sign of hope at the end of this silly-endless tunnel, there is a proverb that says that every element has a remedy and vice versa for every issue. Fortunately, there are solutions to the unemployment problems in Nigeria that give the impression that a bachelor degree certificate is useless. Some of the likely way out are: there is a problem with the way our institutions structure their programs. Some course combinations are not permitted in some institutions. The students are constrained by this condition and unable to express themselves. A revision of the educational system is necessary to make way for more courses with alternative career prospects. Institutions may advise students on admission to decide on both major and minor career options. We decide in music. This will guarantee diversity and aid students in maximizing their career opportunities. Entrepreneur programs should be incorporated into the educational system at all levels, from primary school to the university, in order to address the unemployment issue and make education meaningful. This will go a long way to alleviating the unemployment problem confronting the country today. What Nigeria needs now is the total revamping of entrepreneur education program, right from primary school to tertiary institution. This is because the conventional method of education has not produced the desired result. It will be a good idea to publish President Paul Kagama's plea for Rwanda to be job producers rather than job seekers on billboard, which will make all onlookers read them. This will not be taken to imply that obtaining credentials is pointless. It is very crucial. But to think that all graduates will automatically find a white or blue-collar job is a fantasy. People in charge of education should be considering how to set up centers where younger staff can learn how to code, create websites, design, and implement software solutions in the light of the high-tech revolutionary place. Now on to King Eternal, immortal, invisible, the only wise God, the most high God, the Alpha and Omega, the beginning and the end. To him be the glory. The Bible says, unless the Lord builds the house, the laborers work in vain. Psalm 127 verse 1. So God made it for me. God made it possible for me to start my school from primary to the university. I want to acknowledge the contribution of my parents, Mr. Amos Benle and Mrs. Lydia Benle, for their training and allow me to even go to school. I want to appreciate the college, the provost of this college, both the present and the past provost, especially Dr. Tony Akambi, who made PhD degree compulsory for everybody before you can hand your promotion. I want to appreciate Professor Eva Karim, who established distinguished lecturer. I want to appreciate all others, Dr. Y.J. Bello, whose tenure I was employed into the service of this college. I'm grateful to Dr. Dima Ayla, who spawned me, and just like a catalyst, after he had delivered his own lecture, I saw the need why I was also writing. Our tenure is so turbulent. We face so many challenges. My tenure there, but to God be the glory. We are able to finish well and finish strong. I appreciate my former provost, Senator Ibrahim Sekarau in Kano. I appreciate Dr. Fangro and Ati Badmus. I appreciate my church members, Zion Baptist Church, all the pastorates, the diaconates, and the teenagers. I appreciate all my teachers that taught me from primary to secondary school. I can see some of them here. They are the foundation. They build the foundation. And to my special person, my brother, my friend, my mentor, my lover, and my own Provost, Inaugural Oyedepo, who makes our own internationally friendly. I appreciate you for your tolerance, support, and love in all ways. May God continue to lift you up. I appreciate all my children, my grandchildren, and my spiritual children, and their spouses. They are all here. I also appreciate all my students, all the schools that I've taught, they make teaching very enjoyable for me. I just have to thank Dr. J.C. Yusuf and Dr. Phoebe Ladu Adams and Professor Henry Obolabi for painstakingly proofreading the manuscript of this lecture. I also thank Dr. Samuel Joseph Nana, who is my research assistant, and Mrs. Abanida Victoria for a very good secretariat work. God will bless you. I appreciate my family members, husband, family, you people are wonderful. I want to appreciate everybody from my own time, the Olusi of the service in Access Street, the Royal Highness Oba Dr. Solomon Oleyede, and all the IGs that are here, and everybody from the service. Thank for your support and love. I recognize all my classmates that are here from primary to the university. I sincerely appreciate the chairperson, Dr. Lufunke Okadokun, and other members of the Inaugural Lecture Organizing Committee for the excellent work put into this program, although in a non-appearance. May good God reward you abundantly. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, my friends and other invited guests, I say thanks for honoring my invitation. I would like to say, and I will continue to say, that bachelor degree certificates helps. My Provost, sir, the principal officers of this college, staff and chairman, members of the governing council, students, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening. Mo dúpẹ́.